Cam Ward to Miami may be one of the most fascinating stories, depending on how the college football season develops this coming season. So let's talk about Cam Ward going to Miami. Now, Miami is one of those teams who have a lot of promise until the coach made one of the worst decisions I've ever seen. And after that, Miami just did not look the same. And so it's going to be very interesting to see. And I'm pretty sure you guys know what I'm talking about. They didn't take a knee against Georgia Tech. Bad loss. I'm talking about a bad loss. And then the coach proceeds to go up there and say, well, we should have taken a knee. Yeah, you thought you should have taken a knee? Yeah, you should have taken a knee. But with that being said, look, if you're new to the channel, though, make sure that you guys subscribe. Help a brother out. We're on the way to 1,000 subscribers. I think we are like at 590 something at this point. Let's run it up, man. My birthday month is April. I'm hoping to get there before that. But let's talk a little Cam Ward. Cam Ward, the former quarterback for the Washington State Cougars. Now he will be a Miami Hurricane. Last year, he had 3,735 passing yards, 25 touchdowns, and 7 interceptions. A guy who I believe will benefit heavily for not going into the NFL. He initially said that he was going into the NFL, then he pulled the old okie doke and came right on back to the NCAA to go play for Miami. And this is a move that I think will heavily benefit him in the future, depending on how this season progresses. And we have seen people, once they come back and play another year in the college leagues, if you can surround them with what they need, and they might just have a spectacular season. Look at Heisman winner Jane Daniels. Look at Michael Penix Jr. Hell, look at Bo Nix. Guys who took a little bit of time for them to show off what they had. And what I saw from Cameron Ward last year was that he had flashes of greatness. An offensive line that was a little shaky at times kind of derailed that a little bit. He needed to go somewhere, in my personal opinion, that would help him go to that next level. Washington State last year went 5-7, and they are one of the few schools, I think is them and maybe Oregon State, who are deciding to stay within the Pac-12. So getting exposure is not going to be the best for Cameron Ward. I'm not sure if Washington State would have just simply welcomed him back with open arms, but at the same time, imagine you ball out at Washington State one more year, and with the competition level that is going to be within that conference now, a lot of people will look at those stats as not as impressive, at least right now. It's going to take a little bit of time for the Pac-12 to rebuild and actually garnish any type of a reputation again because of everything that happened over there. Not saying that they can't do it, but who knows if they ever will do it. We've seen time and time again, depending on who you play, could play a long way into draft stock, could play a long way into whether you get into the playoffs or not. All of these things matter. So Cameron Ward deciding to go to Miami was a great decision. And so Washington State is sitting in this place of limbo. So what does Cameron Ward decide to do? He goes to Miami. And so Miami is a team I think that will be better this upcoming season. And I could be wrong, but I think that play kind of set them back for a season. They won 7 games. In my honest opinion, they really should have won 9. They lose to Georgia Tech in embarrassing fashion, and then they lose the next week to UNC, who I think they should have beat too. But in coming off a demoralizing loss like that, sometimes it can be hard to kick it back in gear, and so they end up losing to UNC. Losses on the schedule that I look at and go, yeah, I thought y'all would lose those were the loss to NC State, Florida State, and then Louisville. I thought they would lose those. There are 3 losses, and then they lost in the Pinstripe Bowl, but we know how bowl season is sometimes. That's a conversation for another day. They did beat Clemson on the season, so this Miami team is looking like they could do some things this season, and it's going to be very interesting to see with the addition of Cam Ward, with the addition of other players that may come along the way. It's going to be a good day to be a Miami Hurricane, I believe, because when you're in the ACC, anything could happen. With all the additions that Florida State have been adding to the program, Florida State is undoubtedly the top dog, but other than that, I think the field is wide open for the ACC. And Florida State did add DJ from Oregon State, and so could Cameron Ward outplay DJ? Maybe, and that could potentially be the difference in a ball game here or there. And so it's going to be interesting to see how that ACC shapes out. Miami, I think you're setting yourself up to be in a great position to take that next step. But let me know what you guys think about the decision of Cameron Ward. I think it was fantastic. I don't necessarily know why he wanted to go straight to the league right then anyways, but let me know what you think. I'll see you guys in the next video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.